Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the GXSimmer, and today we're talking about the Q2 roadmap. Is this something that we're expecting, or is it something that we're going to be dreading? Let's get into it. And if you like today's content, please like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. Let's talk about what the hell's going on with the Sims team. Now, while the Sims team is keeping the Q2 roadmap under wraps until they're ready to unveil it, LBY has been coming up with updates regularly featuring the very outrageous fake gamer girl. But let me tell you that these videos are narrated very well. She goes into a lot of detail about the game, the various traits that the game has for characters, the various things you can do as a character, the way that you can truly customize the game. This is transparency at its finest by Paradox Tectonic, and I gotta give them a lot of credit for this. This game is really something that I think is going to be special on day one of launch. Are there going to be issues along the way? Yeah, probably, but something tells me that they're going to be handling these issues very quickly, and they will be doing things very swiftly. So in that regard, I give this company an A grade because one, they identify the problem, two, they take care of it, and they deal with it as quickly as possible. And when they're launching a new product, such as the case of LBY, they are really being clear on how they're presenting this product. They're showing us exactly what is in it, exactly what we've wanted the whole time from other life simulation games, without mentioning any names, but you know who I'm talking about anyway. And this is something refreshing, and this is something that I think a lot of us are going to tap into. Now, is there room for both games in our lives? Of course there is. But will one game overpower the other? Maybe it might. So this is really a wake-up call for the Sims team, in my opinion. I think right now they're probably sitting there saying, oh man, what the hell are we gonna do? And I think they have things in the works that they need to do, but I also think that they need to change their approach in how they get out their new game packs, expansions, etc. Keeping things under wraps, keeping things as secretive as it is really not working. Because it used to be something that we would all look forward to and be like, ooh, we're surprised, yay. And now we're kind of like, oh, we waited for that. This needs to happen. They need to give us more transparency. They need to give us more reasons to want to play the game. Because if they don't, the competition is going to overtake them. And I'm making this prediction strongly. I think this time next year, we're going to see LBY trumps the sales when it comes to the Sims team. And unless Sims 5, aka Project Renee, is something really incredible, they got a battle on their hands, let me tell you. Now, before you say, oh, you want the Sims team to fail, you don't like them at all, that's not the case at all. I really love the Sims team. I love what they do. I think that when the game really works well, it's a great game. But when the game glitches out and bugs out, yeah, it's frustrating. And this is something that I've said before, they need to get under control, and they are trying to get it under control. We saw that there was a recent update with some bugs fixes. I'm sure there's going to be another one very soon. But overall, the amount of content that they have given us in the last 10 years, it's taken them a great deal of time to get this content to us. And when you look at a game, for instance, like LBY, which is having basically every single feature that we've ever asked for and more into the base game at launch, that gives you something to think about. That gives you something to really say, well, this is a better value overall. Why should I continue to support this when this is giving me what I've always wanted in the first place and more? Does this mean we should abandon the Sims team? Absolutely not. No, I have this little bit of faith in me still that they're going to come through, they're going to improve somewhat. And some people will say, oh, you're being delusional about this. You know what, maybe I am just a little bit. But you know what, I'm also very optimistic and hopeful that I'd like to see them turn it around. Because I've been playing The Sims for over 20 years. Every iteration. So when Sims 1 came out, I was right there with that first game. And I can tell you that I've seen this game evolve, get better, hit a pinnacle, and then start going on a downward spiral. And right now, the game is kind of like in the middle somewhere. I personally have a love-hate relationship with the game. I love it, but I also hate when it does certain things like glitch out and bug out. However, as a player, I do my part to try to report these bugs when I discover them, and I even try to help others when it comes to fixing them by finding workarounds and such. But the bottom line is that when we get a pack at launch, that pack should function the way it's supposed to. Satchon Sims recently did a video about what he thought the next expansion pack could be. By the way, shout out to Satchon Sims. Thank you for featuring my question. I really appreciate it. I've loved your content for years, so that meant a lot to me. But he brought up a really important point, and that was that we might just be totally surprised by what they come out with. Now, it may be something we have not asked for, we have not seen on the radar, and then we stop and say, oh, okay. So is that what they're going to show us in the roadmap? We shall see. Now, the only question left to answer is, when will this roadmap appear? Personally, I think we're going to see the roadmap really, I would say, right around April 30th, May 1st. I personally think we'll probably see it on April 30th. I just have the sinking suspicion because we're already in Q2, according to many fiscal calendars. But if you look at the first roadmap that they released in January, it was January to April. I have a feeling when April is over, either April 30th, May 1st, or the second week of May, we're going to see the Q2 roadmap appear. And even more so, the prediction I'm going to make is that what they're going to unveil is something we have not asked for, but is going to surprise us nonetheless. It's going to be met with some pushback a little bit, I'm sure. But my feeling is that this is something that we have not asked for, that they've really considered to give us something new and fresh that we haven't seen before. In the end, what they need to do is look at the competition and look at themselves and see what sets themselves apart from the competition. Because the way that you excel is to make yourself special, to make yourself stand out. And for years, they've been the leader. They've been the name. Now, they're not going to be the name anymore because they're going to have competition coming up fiercely. So how do you beat that? Well, the best way to do that is to stand out with something new and different that no one's ever seen. And I have a feeling we're just going to be totally surprised. Now, on the other side of the coin, there's the big speculation about fairies. Fairies are coming out. I know it's fairies. Everybody's screaming about fairies. Do I think it's going to be fairies? I'm not so sure. The reason why is there's a really well-known mod that's out there right now that basically is in itself a fairies expansion pack. Again, Satch covered this on his video. Wendy Britt has covered this. Fantasia has covered this. Mostly every single YouTuber has covered this. And I've covered this in 2, as a matter of fact. This mod really stands out as a standalone. Now, to see it incorporated into the game would totally, discount that mod 100%. So would they move that quickly on a fairies game pack? I'm not so sure. I really think that what we're going to see in The Sims 4 is something totally unique that we haven't seen before, that we haven't asked before, and no one's going to see this coming. This is going to come directly out of left field, if you'll excuse my baseball analogy. And I'm going to end this rant right here. And if you like today's content, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. We just hit another milestone on the channel. We got up to 30 subscribers. Woo! I know it's a little one, but to me it means the world, and I do thank you profusely. You are helping this little channel to grow every day. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your shares, subscribing. I promise that I'm going to give back to you as much as I can, so stay tuned for that one. Until the next time, this is Jen, the GXSimmer. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you soon. Take care.